What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. Back at it again. So, let me show you guys how I lost $650 today, and I didn't overtrade. I was actually patient. I thought we were getting rejected, and I'm going to show you how I got caught in a fake out breakout. How I did make some of it back, but then I ended up taking another red trade, and then just ending the day down $650. So yeah, so this line right here was a previous high of the day before. And I noticed that when the first 15 minutes ended, we actually got rejected right here pretty strongly at 17,042. Had a nice strong sell off. Now, even though we did break below and open below this open range support, because we had this strong sell off right here, I was trying to be patient and be very careful. And I was waiting for it to either consolidate right here, break below and open below, or it pull back and retest it. And this is actually right where I got caught. And I've been trying to work on getting more into like sell limit, like into limit orders, just to get at like really precise prices. So this is what I did, guys. So when we were down here and we bounced off of this moving average, I actually had a sell limit order right here at 16,972. And right here, as you can see, the first candlestick, let me zoom in for you guys. This first candlestick, right when we got rejected, I actually went short, and I got into another one right here, thinking that we were just going to get rejected, just like we've have like plenty of times in the past. Um, I don't think I really averaged. I didn't average up in the best way possible, but also not the worst way because we were getting rejected. Before this candlestick right here, this bullish green one actually broke above. We actually did get rejected for a split second. That's what made me feel comfortable with getting into another contract, which is two contracts. And then, as you can see, we rode up pretty fast. And the moment we touched this EMA, I got out. Definitely wish I would have, held on to it a little bit longer because I would end up making money. As you can see, we did end up making new lows, but it did seem to take forever. We did tend to trade sideways for like the first 2.5 hours of the market being open, even though we did have this nice little pullback. Let me pull up on the 5 minutes so that way you guys can see what I'm looking at. So yeah. So this is the 5 minute right here. This was about 9:30 a.m. As you guys can see, we broke below that open range support so many times, once, twice, three times. I mean, even four times right here. We just traded sideways for the most part of the day. So I definitely didn't miss out on a lot, but seeing that I could have held and still made some profit would have been nice. But at the end of the day, I was trying to keep my losses small and just trying to manage risk as best as I can. Now, at the end of the day, guys, I want this to be a learning experience for me and you guys, importantly, especially the new traders. So here's some things that I could have done differently when I look at this. One, I should have looked at the moving average, had a little bit of common sense, and said, "Hey, Joey, hey, look at all these buyers stepping in right here, and even right here. Look what happened the moment we touched the moving average. Buyers stepped in, got rejected right away. That should have told me one, okay, hey, let's wait. Let's wait for a validation for a new resistance, get rejected, and then break below the moving average, indicating a new low, which would show continuation on the downside. Then I could have got into. Then I should have got into a short position. But as you guys can see, I didn't. I did average up, and not in the best way. It really wasn't that big of a price difference, but it was just the fact that I got in on my first contract at 16,969, and then my sell limit order got filled at 972, and then we pushed up, broke above the EMA, and then that's when I just took my losses. I did lose a decent amount. I lost like $703. I did make two. I did place two trades that were pretty good. Um, it was actually one was actually right here. I saw that we were getting rejected. I got into a short position, wrote it down to the moving average, and I got out. The lowest I was down at one point was I was down $346. I was about to call it quits, so I took like a 30, 45-minute break. I got back on, and like the degenerate I am, I got into another trade and ended up fucking myself. So that's one thing I can definitely say. is I didn't overtrade though. I waited for direction to be clear. We hit a lower high right here, lower high right here. I saw rejection, went short, and yeah, not much I could really. It really was like that first trade, guys. My second and my third trade were really good. My fourth trade wasn't the absolute best, um, but at the end of the day, I'm going to take this loss with a grain of salt. We did have the PPI come out today at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, so I don't know how that did, but that was just one thing I was looking out for this morning during pre-market hours. But yeah, took a nasty little loss today, guys. Even though I'm pretty upset, I'm not that upset over it. I'm just more frustrated because now I'm only up $834.88, still working towards that 3K goal. I really want to get this funded account as soon as possible, but I'm really trying to be patient and disciplined and just waiting for market direction to be clear and just making sure that like I get my confirmation to get into the trade and just sticking with the strategy. I mean, I've had 11 green days in a row before this red day, so that's 2 weeks of trading right there. That's actually over 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks in one day. I mean, at the end of the day, I have a lot. I can complain about today's loss and say, "Damn, why the hell did I average up?" I took a massive loss, $650. I should have just walked away when I was down $346. But again, I did have 11 days in a row that I was green. And it's not rare, but it's also not normal for me to go that many days green in a row. And I know some of you guys, I know some people have a hard time having one green day in 1 week. When I first started trading, June of 22, there was like, I think the first 6 months I would have maybe one green day a week. And I think there was like sometimes where I would have 4 red days in a row. And those were days where I just felt like quitting. But I just knew that if I could just be patient, be disciplined, keep studying, learn from my mistakes, journal my trades, and just always be willing to learn, that I could be in a better place in a few years. And compared to where I was last year, I'm doing tremendously better. I'm definitely a lot more patient, a lot more disciplined. I'm sticking with this strategy for sure. Like I said, the strategy isn't perfect. Definitely got caught in that little fake out breakout. Should have paid attention to the fact that buyers were stepping in right here, and even right here when we tested that moving average. I think that would have been that should have been an indication like, hey, there's a good chance that we could possibly recover, especially since we got such a strong, quick bounce off of that 1 minute moving average. But just want to show you guys the mistakes I made, what I'm gonna do different next time, and just I like to tell you guys my mistakes so that way you guys don't make them yourselves. I hope you guys have a safe weekend. By the way, we do have a 3-day weekend because of MLK Day on Monday in observance of it. So hope you all have a good day. Be safe. If you guys got any questions, comment below, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys Tuesday.